ladies and gentlemen, and hopefully students. This is our Term 4 School Council report to our community. Today, obviously my name is Nigel Hughes, I'm the Executive Principal at Southwood State High School. I've got Brian Bond, who's one of our parent representatives on the council, and Amelia Hughes is one of our student representatives. The idea of these briefings that we're going to do each term is just about giving you an update on where the school is and the work that the school council is doing to engage the community, to engage parents, and to get the best educational outcomes for each and every one of our students. So we'll work through all of our portfolios. Each area of the council has a portfolio, so they go from education outcomes, marketing, support staff development, teacher development, student development, facilities and financial development, parent and carer engagement, and then finally alumni. So we'll just give you a bit of a summary of where that's at and the work that we'll be doing this term into next year. So around educational outcomes, what's really pleasing for us at Southport is that COVID doesn't seem to have negatively affected our outcomes over the year, and at the moment, based on our Term 3 results, we seem to be tracking to be having at least as good a year or even better year around our results across the board from 7 to 12. Attendance has stayed right on our where it has been. Obviously that we had that bit of blip in Term 1-2 where we had no school, but other than that, attendance has been really good. Behaviour and effort grades are tracking where they would normally, so we're very, very happy with that. We're currently sitting our Year 12 external exams, and the students have been coming in, and that's been going very, very smoothly. And based on some of the marking we did around our essential results, etc., we're very happy with the improvement from mock exams through to our external exams at the moment. But so fingers crossed that those results come through really, really well. So educationally, the school is tracking very, very well. As far as marketing, we're continuing to do all our marketing through social media. So hopefully you're connected to our Facebook and our Instagram pages. Remember that we do have one for the school, which is where we post all our school information, success stories, when students do great things, that sort of stuff. So on that, we also have our business alumni Facebook page, which is where we support our community businesses and the businesses that work with the school to support us. So if you can connect to that, as well as obviously Instagram, and we also have an alumni page where we're posting old photos and trying to connect ex-Southport students to the school. So that we're getting some really great reach on that. But if you can continue to like those pages, and when stories come out, share them with your friends, because all of that just helps promote the school and build our reputation as the hub of the community. So if you could continue to do that, that would be fantastic. As far as staff development, I'll talk through the two areas. So we've got our support staff. At the moment, we've got a plan around trying to build our support staff capability just to make, so they can provide a better opportunity or a better environment for our teachers to work in, for you to come in when you come in and to our offices and those sorts of things. We've got a plan around that, and we're working over the next probably 4 years as part of our strategic plan to build the capacity of every single person in the school, but a real focus on our support staff, so our teacher aides who are working with students in our classrooms, our administration staff around their customer service and how we deal with you as a community and the people here. And it's really, really pleasing to have that plan in place, and the work that's started already around that is starting to make some big differences around the school. So I'll keep you posted on that. As far as teacher development, our teachers all do what we call a performance plan each year. They're in their last phase of that, where we're closing off their development for the year. We've run numerous professional development opportunities for our teachers, which they've engaged in, which has changed the way that we are starting to teach. The COVID period gave us a real insight into how we can use our technology differently, but as you know, we've got our learning management system, so all our students can access the curriculum 24 hours a day. Our teachers walk into every single lesson with a really clear learning intent and a success criteria. Ask your child about it, they should be able to show you in the learning management system how that works, so that every one of our lessons is really targeted and students know what they need to do and how they'll be successful by the end of the lesson. So that's really good, and we're continuing to do that. Our focus for next year, we look like it's going to be about information retrieval, so teaching our students how to be really good at studying and retrieving information that they need to apply when they're given questions and problem solving opportunities. So again, another exciting next step for us into teacher development there. Facilities wise, probably the big information is you would have seen the fence go up 2 days ago. We're starting to build the new B block. The building got burnt down last year. That'll take virtually 12 months. You'll see a bit of a change out the front there. We're going to have to close down a couple of the gates, so we'll get information out to parents around how students can come in and out. It really just means they won't be able to come in through underneath Cultivate there. All the other gates will be open, and we'll just try and minimise the disruption to classrooms as much while we're building. There's only so much we can do about that. We sort of did a very good job while this building was going up, the Cultivate building. So we've had some recent experience in doing that, so we're really confident we can manage that. Student services, this is where students go to see the deans and sign in. We're just getting some plans drawn up right now to try and refurbish that, just to make that space work much better for our students and our staff. So we'll hopefully be able to start the new year with a new student services space there. So that's where our guidance officers are, where our sick bays are, and make that space work a bit better. It's, we're currently working out of a space that's 50 odd years old, so has its challenges, so that'll be really good for our students and our staff. And probably the other thing, you might see some work going on, one of our older science buildings, K Block's just having some maintenance work done over Christmas, just to get some plumbing fixed up and a few things like that. So they're probably the big things that are happening around facilities at the moment. Just continually working on our facilities to make the school as a world-class learning institution, so our students feel proud and our community feel proud about coming here. Finance-wise, probably the only thing people are probably aware of, you've been invoiced already for next year's fees. So if you can address those issues around, not issues, but invoices. If you need some support around those payments or a payment plan, please just contact the Finance Department. We can work with every family around making sure that we can meet what we need to do to allow us to provide the resources we need to for our students to be able to learn. So that's probably all from me, and the stuff that the portfolios that I oversee. I'll pass over to Brian, who'll talk about the parent-carer engagement.
Thank you, Nigel. Morning, parents, students. The real focus for us from a parent's perspective was to focus on P&C, have a lot of discussion about specific events, focus areas that we can focus on next year, to capture the involvement of the community. And I want to add on what you said earlier, to become the hub of the community. So the focus area will be to one of them will next year on day one of for year 7 students, to capture the involvement of the parents, have a coffee with them, give them an update of teachers, what are the future of the students, where can we get involvement from them, and who they can talk to if required. Something else that we provided to the school was a dashboard so that we can focus on the performance of the school. Nigel will be talking to his team so that we can put that on the website so that individuals, parents like yourself, can be proud of the school, and it could be clearly demonstrated what has been achieved. One of the last comments that I want to focus on is predominantly community events. We've got a number of events that we want to focus on next year, and where we can, we would like your involvement and we invite you to these events so that we can become a community hub. Thank you.
Great. All right, I'll pass over to Amelia, who's going to talk about what the students have been working on.
My turn. So students' perspective. So for term 4, we have just gone over a survey with Interact School Council sent out last term, which was lots of indications that students wanted to help the community more, which we have taken advantage of and used for events. 78% of the respondents indicated that they would be willing to donate their bottles, which was used to create a donation system for the Interact Club. We have acquired bins for bottles collection from containers for change to collect bottles under Cultivate and the tuck shop area. These are regularly emptied, donated, and money is accumulated to donate at the end of the term. This both responds to students' wants, as indicated in the survey, and addresses one of our big 3 values of social. By building relationships with the community, money will be donated to the Animal Welfare League, which students also indicated in the survey to be a foundation which is important to them. For the rest of the term, we're trying to achieve by the start of next year. We sent an email out for room changes to all students, possibly a timetable with all room changes for week which students can use. So that will help us get to our classes, know where we're going, etc. Because we have been really confused, especially since external exams have started. Have teachers also wear hats Students said that they'll be more inclined to wear hats. Teachers also do remove the question of, but where's your hat, mister? We're trying to work on that. More activities for students such as capture the flag, dodgeball, etc. We'll be bringing this forward to our leadership team in our planning day at the end of the year, and we will be proposing that we have their assistance to run the events such as Spirit Week and Community Week each term. Students believe that the content delivered in CHARA, CFC, ATAR and Flexi is not engaging or significantly useful, so we'll be sending out a survey to you guys to see what ideas and stuff students want. So that's us.
Thanks, Amanda. One of the really important things for us at the school is student voice, and through the school council, Amelia and RJ, who are working for that, are providing that student voice to us, and it gives us an opportunity to then look at the things that they bring up and act on those. Just on that student front, I'd also just like to acknowledge that we've just chosen our 8 school leaders for 2021, which is really exciting. We'll announce who they are at the Academic Awards, which is Monday week, in week 7, around that. So that's really exciting, and one of the things that we're working on around that is those 8 leaders all aligning to 4 pillars. The 4 pillars that we've decided on are academic, cultural, sporting and community, and we think we want to really develop those as a whole school initiative across there, so 7 to 12, and we're really trying to grow the leadership group, was something we talked about with the leaders this year, and Brian mentioned it at the school council meeting. So the idea at this stage, and the reason I'm telling you now is I want you to tap your young person on the shoulder and ask them to get involved, is we're going to have a pillar leaders across every year level. So in year 7, we want a house leader for cultural, a house leader for academic, a house leader for sporting and community. So realistically, in every year level, we should have at least 4 to 8 leaders across each one of those pillars that will all feed in and allow that student voice to be really loud and for us to hear it, to make this a place that students want to come to and be at. So really important thing, an initiative that we're going to develop over the next 12 months in consultation with leaders like Amelia and the rest of the student body there. So have a chat to your young person about getting involved. We think it's really exciting and it's really important as a next step to build this into a really great school. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the term and a wonderful Christmas holiday. Hopefully the borders open up around Australia and we can get out of the state and do some wonderful things in this great country. Thank you very much. Our next update will be about week 5, term 1. Thank you.